trainer and consultant, about the experience of him, saying, "One morning, and such minutes we approached me and my family for breakfast, I heard the screams of my daughter, Susan, the 7 years, when I take my child is 2 years of coloring, including pen old while she was discoloration. And then tried all the traditional patriarchal attempts to comfort her. I said to her, I know you are very upset and angry, but small brother does not realize what he did. Painting painted by the great, you have to be sufficient for drawing any case. This date breakfast, you have many other crayons, nothing wrong, do not be upset, enough crying." But to no avail. When I remembered a research that you've read it before, I called my daughter, Susan, and I told her, "Are you wearing a new shirt that?" She said, still crying, "Yes." I asked, "The image of this that it?" I looked at the shirt, and stopped crying. She said, "Obama." I said to her, "You can not. This woman image. Is Obama wearing a pearl necklace?" Laughed Susan, and forgot why she was crying. Was the name of research that Ticket Brigman Candy Almerschmlo experience. This research was conducted at the University of Stanford on a group of children, where she was a piece of candy placed in front of the child on the table, and allow him to eat it in the absence of the observer, but if you wait for the child to the auditor comes visati another piece. It is worth mentioning that some of the children were able to postpone their desires to keep them happy, while others have surrendered. The surrender most of them in the first 3 minutes, while experience has shown that those who were asamadan for 20 full minutes did not prevent them from eating candy. Fear of power, or lack of love for her, or their enjoyment of the will of the stronger or more on self-control ability, but it is a distraction, any distraction. Instead of focusing on not eating piece of candy, they close their eyes, or sit under the table, or they start singing. Understanding this did not resist the urgent desire to eat candy, but only tijunboha. In our daily lives, always find ourselves in front of the 2 great challenges of our behavior we catch. Challenge initiative, sports called marin or make a phone call to conclude a deal or increasing work on a presentation or writing. The challenge of prevention and preparation, if prevent yourself from eating cake or chatter at the meeting when angry or yelling. If you're a strong challenge in passing the initiative, you can focus on achieving the goals, and the use of strong your will to do so. Or in other words, you cannot use the distraction. This is what makes you fail in the face of the challenge of prevention. Fterkisk to resist doing something makes it more difficult to resist. That is your focus on the use of your will to prevent yourself from eating a cookie, for example, makes your opponent is weakening. Try this exercise in 10 minutes. I do not think in the big white elephant. You'll find it impossible not to think about it, because the secret is to distract yourself by focusing on something else entirely. Therefore, the rule is simple: if you want to do something, focused, and if you want to do nothing, your concentration. Has been accused of distraction or prevention method that may prevent you from achieving your goals, so focus and initiative are the best way to achieve the goals. The prevention method or the distraction, it is ideal to meet the concerns and challenges which we live today. Fear of swine flu, and global warming, and the large number of crimes, and the abduction of children, and the state of the global economy, all of that would raise concerns in yourself. The more you feel scared, the more you want to know more about the sources and causes of fear in order to protect yourself from it. If I was scared of losing your job, follow you for the news will increase the labor market and to increase reading articles about economic conditions, which may lead to your health negatively affected as a result of fear and anxiety. What is the solution? Distraction. Served any useful yourself to read a book, or watching a TV program, fondling or your kids, or learn something new such as cooking, for example, or hiking with you friends, or exercise, or even indulging in the work. In fact, too much distraction is no different from the focus, the sense that if you want to scattering your attention and your concentration for something, you have to direct your focus to something else. When the focus in a positive way on what is positive, see yourself as positive, and the dispersion of automatically thinking about what is negative, hence the importance of short, medium and long-term goals in our lives. If these goals were noble and positive, they turn toward more emphasis. Focused and be winners.